You're watching Randy Alvarez Health Report. I'm Randy Alvarez. Our first guest is Nicole, and she is she's on our staff. She's one of the staff researchers for health topics, and we're going to talk to her today because she's got all of these ideas, and she's got these passions about health and things like that. We were talking today at our breakfast meeting, and I said, you know what, we've got to get you on the program to talk about what your research is, because I thought they were kind of funny stories. But you thought they were serious.
Well, we do a lot of serious research, but we come across some of these zingers that you just can't help but be interested in. And so I think we kind of came up with some of the talkers. Okay,
you did. Okay,
I did.
What are they?
Well, the first one, and this one is...
Because this, by the way, I should set the scene. We're having this breakfast meeting. You go, okay, this is some of the topics we can discuss, this and that. And I go, this is great. This is good stuff. But I said, I think only you can deliver this. So that's why you're here. Okay.
We'll see. All right. Well, the first one, and it's interesting, it's coming up in the news right now. It's a new study that's just been completed by UC Davis, and it has to do with sleeping with your pets. And
with your dogs in particular?
With your dogs and your cats, it could cause you to sleep with the fishes. They're saying that your animals, your pets, can carry diseases that actually could be life-threatening. And they have some statistics. There's 56% of dog owners and 62% of cat owners sleep with their animals. So it's kind of, half and half.
And so what kind of diseases or problems are they getting?
Okay, well, if you're bed sharing, kissing, or being licked by your animal, the researchers have found that it's a documented vehicle for transmitting life-threatening diseases such as...
Has anybody ever had one of these diseases in your research?
Yes. Okay. You get internal parasites, cat scratch fever, staph infections, and there was even a 9-year-old boy in Arizona who got the bubonic plague.
Really? You say that with a smile.
I was just happy I got the words out.
So he was okay with this, but they got it from the dog, from the cat.
Yeah, it was a flea
I don't have pets.
Cat.
I used to have pets growing up. I don't have pets right now. My sons that I have half the month are raised with the dogs. I think you can't really be normal if you didn't have a dog at one time or another. But I didn't know people were sleeping with their dogs.
You didn't sleep with the dog?
No, I didn't. The cats, I think people can't avoid sleeping with the cat. So they're saying just keep the cat, the dog out of the bed.
Keep them clean and then keep them out of the bed. And don't let them lick your wounds, which probably would seem
Do they do that? Is that in the study?
People allow their dogs to lick wounds, and that's transmitting parasites, and also kissing on the mouth.
Okay.
You've seen it. I know you've seen that.
Yeah.
But the CDC is not totally hard on the animals. They say that they do provide great health benefits.
That is a good point about licking on the mouth, because, little tiny dogs, like you say you have a Yorkie or whatever. I mean, it is cute when they lick your face and lick your mouth and all that stuff, but these dogs are licking just about anything. They're licking the sidewalk, the tree, urine, you name it. I don't think these people ever think about that.
And then also cats, people think cats is really clean animals, but if your cat's a killer, like some cats, they kill birds or mice. Yeah. The parasites on those animals. So,
so that's your take-home message. Okay, that's story number one. What else we got?
Okay,
you got a better one than that, I hope?
Well, yeah, actually, it's not just pets that are spreading diseases. It's your doctors and your dentists by their ties. I noticed that you're wearing a tie.
I am, right, but I don't treat patients.
Well, here's the problem, is that a tie, as far as a piece of clothing is concerned, it's not cleaned as often as probably a lab coat or a shirt.
So they're going with a patient, a dentist wears a tie, whatever, open, they're drilling or whatever they're doing. Interesting. So the tie is carrying bacteria.
And this became a big problem. It was really starting in, the Brits really caught on to it first. So in 2006, the British Medical Association really said that doctors should forgo wearing neckties.
Really?
Yep. The American Medical Association is still, the jury's out on it.
Wow.
But here's the thing. Even though they're, bacteria-carrying vehicles, patients actually have more confidence in doctors that are smartly dressed.
Interesting. That's a good point.
Back and forth.
So get your ties clean. They have these. I mean, I think I've had maybe 1 or 2 ties cleaned in my life, but it's.
They did a study actually at a New York hospital. Yeah. They found that half of the doctors' ties had bacteria that could cause illnesses such as pneumonia and blood infections. And then they compared the ties of the security guards. Only 10% of the security guards' ties would have.
That's good. So you could ask your doctor. We always tell people, ask your doctor this question, their background, their training, their before and afters. Say, hey, do you get your ties cleaned? This might be a fun thing to even talk to the doctor about. because the doctor may not have put this together.
But it would also, if you go there and you see your doctor looking very casual without a tie, it's not anything of disrespect. Maybe he's trying to protect
Maybe
you.
he read the study or saw this show.
Yep.
Probably saw the show.
He saw
okay,
the show.
so let's see what else you have today.
Well,
this is also your screen test. We should mention this on our program, and I think you're excellent at this.
Very good.
Okay,
but
good.
we did start having this discussion over breakfast.
That's true.
And that's a new study that just came out.
But you were pitching me these ideas, and I said, these are too good. This tie stuff, the sleeping with animals, kissing animals. What's the next one?
Well, the Nutrition Journal just came out with something to give dieters another reason to worry. For years we've been told that if you want to lose weight, have a big breakfast. Well, it turns out that those big breakfasts don't affect the way you eat for the rest of the day. So these big breakfasts are just a way to pile on more calories.
Add more calories.
So,
well, the truth of the matter is, by the way, I don't think the people are saying eat a big breakfast. I think they're saying the most important meal is breakfast. You shouldn't eat big anything. That means you should probably have smaller portions throughout the day. But the study says
they say you should small portions, 400 to 500 calorie meals throughout the day, so you don't overwhelm yourself. But I eat once a day.
You do.
I eat dinner.
Okay, you should have. Is that it?
Well, pretty much.
Just one. And what do you eat?
Oh, fish or just fresh meat. Anything fresh. Anything that I cook myself.
Fresh fish?
I'm a foodie.
Okay, really? Okay, so do you have a philosophy why you only eat once a day?
Oh, because in the evening you get to, cook and you have the time to make the meal. I just don't like to buy my food from somebody.
So what's interesting that because I always, people collect things to support their beliefs in the news. You're a person that never eats breakfast.
I don't eat breakfast. I don't kiss dogs.
But you stumble on this article about how breakfast is no good, and you're showing everybody, breakfast isn't good.
While you were eating breakfast.
Makes you feel better.
It did. I felt superior this morning.
Very interesting, very interesting. So I think, that's a good point, though. A big breakfast is probably not a good idea.
No.
And anything else you got there in your bag of tricks over there?
Well, we have one over here, but I think that you wanted me to bring it up because you had a joke.
Okay.
But
you blew the joke now. Actually, the joke, you did blow the joke. Okay.
I did blow the joke.
But let's talk about it because it's a real study.
Yeah.
And the study we're talking about that marijuana
makes you depressed.
That a new study came out that marijuana can lead to depression, even though that you see a lot of the medical clinics popping up all over the place that are dispersing medication, especially here in California. It's all over the place. And so my thing was, and this was not even a joke, it was a serious observation, that it's probably really hard to detect in patients the depression because they're giggling so much. And that was a joke, which I think is very funny.
That was a good joke.
Anybody watching at this point will agree that that's
a really good joke.
But it does cause depression, especially when they take it away from the patient.
Well, there's definitely two schools of thought, because after we had that conversation, I got on the computer and I tried to research it the best I could, and there's definitely been a correlation between teens and marijuana use and depression. The White House, the White House Office of National Drug Control actually put a warning on that.
You did your homework here.
I did.
I also did mine too, so I could.
But the Mayo Clinic said that in overall adults, it doesn't appear that marijuana directly causes a depression, but it's just more likely that a person's genetic, environmental, or other factors that already trigger a depression would make them smoke pot. So if you're already depressed, you're smoking pot, basically.
Okay, right.
That's what they're saying.
Oh, right.
It doesn't make you depressed, but if you're depressed,
the statistical information is based on people that are depressed anyway.
Yeah.
So that group is depressed. Very interesting. But when you think about legalizing drugs, and I'm not involved in the politics at all on this topic, but I heard somebody say that the fact of the matter is, people that smoke pot, they don't feel like going out and causing trouble. That's for sure.
I guess.
In fact, people drink and they're going to go out and cause trouble, race their cars. You don't see that with marijuana use. In fact, everything they need is right there at home with them.
They're stoned.
It's right there with them. I mean, they don't need anything else. It's all there. Life is just wonderful. The TV's there, the fly on the wall.
There's a refrigerator.
It's just.
But it was funny, as I was looking through some of the information, they said smoking 3 to 4 joints a day could cause as much lung damage as smoking a pack of cigarettes.
It's pretty bad.
If you're smoking that many joints, who cares?
But the other problem is with any type of whether it's too much caffeine, too much marijuana, that your body, it tends to take you in a place where it removes you from your problems. So it's like, if you work 8 hours, you have lunch for an hour, then you only have about 4 hours at night to even think about life and about business and perspective. And if you're high in those hours, you're missing a big part of your thinking, goal-centered life. So I think that's not a good idea. Okay, well, that's it. Anything else? That's it. That's today. So you met Nicole, and we'll have to, she's, again, we've already mentioned your role with us. You do the research. So next week we'll do some more research, and you'll keep us up to date. That's today's report.